peeps that are missing.
But if
Okay.
you're streaming it, does it have your sound on it?
Yeah. Can't you guys hear me?
Because I don't. I'm just listening to you in Discord.
Yeah.
But then yeah, they can hear it on the stream, so then they can just watch the stream after. You don't have to record as well.
Uh. Yeah. I'm recording the stream.
Yeah.
I don't like when Twitch saves the recording. It's always like fucked up. I don't like it. So I'm gonna record it on my own and I'll
It's
put
so
it.
fancy.
So
Yeah.
to be clear, everybody who's watching the Twitch thing has had to mute it because otherwise it's just going to
Yeah, you're gonna
repeat
hear me
us, right?
twice and yourselves
Okay.
twice. Yeah.
Cool. Just want to make sure this is the first time watching this. I'm like,
All good.
is this
Okay,
right?
so we're also watching it with a bit of a delay as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be okay. Okay, you got 4 minutes to attack.
Yeah. And also, just a heads up, my attention is a little bit divided because I'm technically still working for the next hour.
All good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are running Diva Rhine, Junk, okay, Archon, Zen, Pronto. Okay. Solid. You can skip a bit. Well, that lagged a lot. Damn, okay. Let's see what happens first fight. Okay, you guys are teaming up. Pronto's going in the back. Okay. Solid, you guys trying to break it up. Okay. What happened there? Go back. The fuck? Why is it lagging like this? Oh, did I broke it?
Maybe.
Okay. Oh, this is a good... Okay, Ark gets a good pick. But you guys are on right side, focusing some part, and like this is like the first thing. Like you guys are already separated up. Like Pronto is supposed to do it, but like already separation here, because you guys gotta keep Kit up as much as you can. And be on
Yeah.
him, be
So
helping
in
him.
this case, I think he's getting charged. Is that right?
Yeah, he's getting charged. But
Okay.
he's gonna.
When he's getting charged, there's not much you can do. So.
No, but I think if Draco was behind the tanks, if Ark and Draco, because they're looking the different direction than where the tanks are, it's just
And
all targeting the same direction.
And it's
Yeah.
not the charge, because Ryan has 500 HP. He died to charge, plus a couple swingings beforehand, plus the Diva damage. So he took some damage constantly before that, and no one punishes it. It's the worst part is after Kid dies, like these guys are still really free. And this is not supposed to happen, right? Ark is way too much pushed up. Draco's on right side. Les going like completely like lack of being together, you can say. And after that call, we should have been just dip. But we're still fighting. It should have been a dip call, and we're still fighting.
Yeah, I backed out because I thought we were dipping, and I thought because we lost too many.
Pops off this Pronto.
Yeah. Okay.
Now they lost they lost one of their tanks, so
Yeah, they're like down 2, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, they just got one.
Fuzzy died in the start of the fight instantly. Okay.
Yeah.
They're lacking their main shield. It's a good push. So what you can do here is Polar as Diva. You can always get the high ground first and shoot behind them, and get some aggro from the main shield, because he's taking so much damage on his main shield, and they don't even have a shield, so he shouldn't be even holding his shield. He should be just swinging here, just running around. So you gotta come like up here, or not, if not just here, then get some aggro off him, and then you guys should have just pushed in, because they don't see this guy's still way behind. This is an easy push for Ryan with no shield, but then he's gonna come back because Kit's charging this shield.
Yeah.
Easy pick. Main tank down. See, Gorham's always up there. Like, since he came back, because high ground is really important, and he's just holding it.
Yeah.
Okay, nice ult.
Keep in mind
Pushing
they
in. Pushing in. What happened here? Guys got low, and no one died.
So one thing I noticed is Let's Go ahead with the coalescence.
I want to see why did no one.
So we're not getting any of the heals from it.
Why is it lagging so much? Anyway.
Yeah. The stream actually is lagging too.
Yeah. I'm trying to see why you couldn't get a pick after that, Ryan. Look at this. He legit throw there. Him charging there. And like, look how much Blossom pushed up too. See, Gorham needs to go down and protect him. Because Gorham, Blossom is supposed to die.
So I think Blossom was a huge problem for this. Like, I was speccing this game, and Blossom ended up getting a tire that like fucked everyone and was just getting a lot of like spam damage.
Okay, so still see, like, Blossom is way pushed up, and Kit notices it, and gotta just push up that. Gotta bam shit his up.
Yeah, and that's who Let's Go was supporting was Kit right now with that Cole.
Yeah.
And then
But
you guys are
then
going for Blossom, but Blossom doesn't die.
I think I was trying to focus Blossom.
Yeah.
Shogun low.
Yeah.
Blossom. Look at these guys' HPs. They only have like technically like 2 really good players on the field right now, and it's just Blossom and Shogun. They didn't switch those guys off, right? Like, they play really good. I know that Shogun's a beast. And I mean, look at this. All you on point. Blossom sitting there with 2 HP. Shogun pushed out. This has been like an easy cap out. Like, see, Gorham's still up there because.
Yeah, that's the moment I realized that people needed healing. But I should have finished off Blossom in the room.
No, I think that the call should have been
Kill
junk,
Blossom,
junk,
yeah.
right, and everyone focus junk.
Nice,
because right now everyone is looking at different objects, like different. We're not really
so like Arc is on
focused
fuzzy
on
right now.
one person.
So we did kill Blossom, and then we lost Pronto.
Pronto tried to kill him in a.
Oh, Pronto took off alone.
Pronto
Yeah.
tried 1v1. Happens. He took the 1v1.
So what map are we talking about right now?
Sky's 4th.
Watch the stream.
Right.
You
wanna join? I'll wait for you. SketchUp.
Hold on. Where's the?
Oh, this looks so winnable. Oh my god. This actually looks so winnable. So now I'm so sad. Look at this position.
But I think it's because Shogun goes uncontested for a little bit, and I
he doesn't die on that point. Yeah.
The DPS, like Shogun and Blossom, like if we don't kill them, they can take down half of the fucking team, and then it's a lost fight.
Yeah. Okay, so they're running Ryan, Diva, Soldier, Junkrat, Moira, Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Shogun goes largely uncontested on the high ground.
No. He's
just anywhere.
Right. So what point in the? So we're looking at this hold, right?
Yeah, like the last 4-minute hold.
Yeah. And we're running Ryan, Diva, Junkrat, Zenyatta, Moira, Tracer. Yeah, our comp doesn't really make any kind of sense.
Yeah, DPS is like more like whatever, and then Arc. I don't know why he didn't want to play.
Arc just he was like, I think he was feeling confident with our time bag. He was like, I want to try something, and unfortunately, Lucio would have really helped here, just because it allows our tanks and our team to get through choke, and any of the junk splash damage kind of gets cleaned up by Lucio's
healing,
like aura healing. Zen is just you need to get him set up on high ground somewhere, like for him to do work and land discords and damage orbs.
And right now he's like in the middle of the point.
Yeah, and I think I went Tracer to kind of synergize with Zen. Like, oh, if you can discord something in the back line, maybe I can deal with it. But nothing really ends up getting going. And
did you communicate Arc about that? Like to like, was there a conversation about like Arc, or the
I think he
back?
was like, I'm gonna go Zen. So I was like, okay, then I'll go Tracer, kind of like
May
on reaction to that.
yeah,
But
maybe.
I don't know. Like the thing is, I think just for some amount of stability, I would encourage you to try and pick two people to kind of be the anchors in the team. One is like a dedicated, or as much as possible, dedicated main tank player and dedicated main support player. And main support doesn't necessarily mean main healer. Main support is typically your Lucio Mercy player, but it's those two that kind of ground the comp and do most of the shot calling.
Well, like from the last scrims, like Kit is
Yeah.
supposed to be the main shot caller. I always say like Kit is great at it. So like
Right.
after the last scrim, I don't know if anyone remembered, but like, or maybe I didn't say that much. Like I just wanted Kit to be the main shot caller because
Yeah.
Kit
he's
was
good.
doing really good with that.
I think everyone should have an idea of what their position is in the team as opposed to just what heroes they sometimes play.
Yeah.
Also, Arc playing support was a last day kind of thing. So like I should have planned more better, like who plays what in the support role. But now we have 2 weeks to clarify that up better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I assume Arc's gonna die here. Oh no. Okay. Polar dies. Okay. Yeah, we should probably be on Shogun right now.
Well, some of this is we could look at individual performances of individual players and try to coach them based on like how to play their roles properly. And then you can also talk about like what the team could be doing at large and how the team should function together. So it's like it depends how micro or macro you want to get with the analysis. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, generally I think we kept pathing in the same way and just forcing options. And we figured we had so much time that eventually we would crack it without making any kind of adaptation. I think I was trying to pull us to go to the top left high ground. And like there's one point where I'm trying to get there and I'm kind of antsy and I'm on McCree and I just die because I feel like our tanks are lagging behind.
Like
Because we need to control that space.
Mm-hmm.
I also felt like lack of target calling, because like people are always like looking around shooting low key different stuff, and like their DPS was like, especially Shogun, stayed alive way more than he should have. He's like a fully charged sim. He's their best player, so like even if there's like
Right.
two options, maybe killing Shogun first before Blossom
I
might be a
think
better
that
idea.
sometimes that's tricky. I know for me to, like just some of the higher level gameplay stuff is sometimes I'll be like, let's kill the tank first when that's not the right call to make in that moment.
Yeah.
So I think that if we just get on top of all shooting at whoever gets called, it's 100% more helpful than not.
Yeah.
But I think that if we have our higher SRs either being like, no, this target, and then we all go for that target, that's really helpful too.
Yeah, and also, and you guys know this just from playing, but like your your win condition or your target prioritization changes like minute to minute or even second to
Yeah,
second,
yeah,
depending on what cooldowns get used, who's out of position, right? So
yeah,
that's like there's never one static thing
yeah,
that's like, oh, we need to kill Shogun first, and that's going to solve all of our
yeah.
problems,
Of course.
right?
Just
What if Blossom gets because that's the thing, you put all your resources and you invest into one player on the enemy team, and the rest of the team has so much space then to do what they want to do.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
sorry.
no, but I get what you're saying. I think just generally something that would be helpful is just like having a better idea of how comps kind of work, why they work, and like if the enemy team is running something. Like right now, like they've got they've got the Mercy for damage boost, right? So that choke is a nightmare to get through between this Junkrat and this
Yeah.
soldier. If we kill anything, they're gonna res it. So unless we're playing
You're
super
gonna go
aggro,
fast. Yeah.
right? But rushing down this comp is hard also because they've got Moira to keep them sustained. Um, like we could have maybe played slower. We could have maybe played Pharah,
Widow.
like a pharmacy or a widow, right? Yeah, something with poke, right? And because soldier's not going to be able to one shot something at distance. Yeah, there's a few things that we could have
And they
gone.
don't have an Anna,
Um,
so they wouldn't like have that much
yeah,
sustained heal.
yeah, we could have used the Lucio. We could have gone Zarya just to build charge off of the Junkrat spam, and then we're at a damage advantage, right?
Yeah.
And they've
Yeah.
only got Diva, right? So then a high charge Zarya just melts Gorham, or
Yeah,
yeah,
and as
so
long as I keep track of his DM, the grabs
yeah,
are easy too.
yeah.
Like,
There was something that I, and not to take over here, but it's just something that I think we've all experienced, and it happened here and it happened on Junkertown, but it's something that happens when you're playing this game or any game or whatever you're trying to do, and you're trying to figure out a solution to something, and everything you do isn't working, and you get to a point
frustration.
where like you're mentally drained and you don't know,
Yeah.
and you start to think of it like individually, or people are trying to make carry plays, and then you're out of position or whatever. But that's like what I call that is hitting the wall. And I think as a team, you just need to acknowledge when you're hitting it. You got to take a moment and then start to, your main shot callers need to start parsing things out. Like, okay, what else do they have? What can we do? What tools do we have to work this out? And you kind of have to work it like a puzzle together.
I think that's a big thing too. Sorry, Deep Sea. Just that, like I know I would 100% get into the okay, but I can just do this. Okay, but I can just do that. Okay, but like if the team's going this way, okay, but like there's someone over here and I can just kill them, or there's someone like I think not working as a team and trying to get those plays is what's defeating us a little bit.
Yeah.
I was not in the comms, so like I don't know if like Kid or like Pronto like was just like, guys, we gotta stop and like maybe let's try this. But we had like couple switches I saw, but like it still didn't work.
We definitely weren't switching too much during this, from what I remember, but Kit was being pretty vocal.
Yeah, that's what I assume he always goes. I don't know, like
Yeah.
I like it should be well like 10 seconds before display.
All,
It was really winnable.
yeah. I think when we're in this kind of position, all we need to really consider is playing slow. All we really need to
Chilling
do
game,
is
yeah.
build 6 ultimates. We have 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Just like be patient, and
2 CP.
yeah, if we build Diva Bomb, if we build Shatter, we build Riptire, and we use those in tandem with like a coalescence to initiate, like it's you could rinse and repeat that, but
I was gonna talk about that. Like we use ults really bad in this 4 minute.
yeah.
Like come on, like this is sad. 4 people on him. I don't know. Score him.
Is there a Diva Bomb? No.
No, the DB just went up.
Arc kills Fuzzy again, by the way. Like this, Fuzzy just died twice in like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Then we all go.
I thought he was out of position.
Yeah. And Draco just uses ultimate here. This is like first one. It's just gone. And like Kid is now at Shogun. Now you guys are just panicking around the bomb.
Oh, I remember this tire. Yeah, because this is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we lose 2.
I'm actually surprised. I believe I died to this tire.
And gets the res.
Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
Kid gets.
I'm alone on the top right. I should be helping Kit here.
Yeah.
Because that's Baby Diva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if Draco's set up on
Perfect.
high ground, he can just
That was
lob
my fault.
Junkrat bombs onto point. If
Now this is a diff. Yeah.
if he wants to Riptire, he can dip out to the stairwell where he's safe behind natural cover.
Oh, one more. Second ult whip.
I don't even know where I am right now.
Oh, did he shatter there?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
That's the second ult we wasted. We could have just saved those 2.
Yeah.
I assume this is the state where we go. Like, how should we go?
I switched to Kree here, and I think I'm trying to make the call to go left side, and I think I just die up front here.
Yeah, you're already in the
I
left
don't
side.
have my mech yet.
Draco,
I almost died with
someone
my
took a lot of damage, right? Yeah.
Polar in
Polar's
Baby
ult.
Diva form.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my mech back right here though, but I was lucky.
Oh, misclicked. Let's go back. I hate this is how much this is lagging. Okay. Grouping up. Yeah. Yeah, you.
Like I think it's good that we get to a point where we feel comfortable being flexible on different roles, and more people in the team are more flexible.
Yeah.
But only when we need it. And I think just finding some consistency in what people play and what roles they play is just going to create consistency, especially in the com flow.
Yeah, like it's the hardest
Because
part
tanks,
is
yeah,
there is 11 players, and for 4 games that makes 6 times 4, 24 players that can play.
hmm
And we have 11, so that makes everyone at least plays 2, and then 2 people play 2 more. Or like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And we're not even guaranteed a fourth game because we can get 3-0 too.
well, then we can, like, then you can ask for like a 4th game.
Oh yeah,
There's
true.
a new rule that makes
hmm
if it goes 3-0, you
hmm
can ask for a 4th game just to make sure everyone plays at least 2 maps.
yeah, and that's a problem that every team's going to deal with this season. All the teams are huge, so
Yeah,
um,
which I said it's not the biggest fan of, because like then it gets a little bit scrambly. Some people play
yeah,
like 1 maps in other teams. I know
yeah.
a
Like
lot.
I think the sweet spot is 9 and having basically 3 people
Yeah,
for each role, right? So you've got like
even like 10 is doable, but then like 10
yeah,
plus it just goes nuts. And so like I that's why I didn't really want to flex people around, cuz then that's going to make my job really hard to make sure everyone gets at least 2 maps.
yeah.
And I'm okay to like sacrificing my playtime to make sure how it goes,
Yeah,
but
that's
like
but at the same time, like I would rather not play
your voice cut out.
just because I think that's not I mean are not feeling it like you said you were feeling anxious about playing that map
Oh
4
yeah,
and
like
didn't
I
want to tank like that. I get that. But there were some issues with other teams having with higher level players not being subbed
Exactly.
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't matter for us, so there's that. Um, but I know when Scooch was having a hard time with Narcissus, who's I think the highest ranked player in the league right
Yeah.
now,
He
not being
Narcissus
subbed
and
out.
Darth Ackley, who's like the 4th player if I'm not wrong. Like both
Yeah,
of those guys didn't sub out once.
yeah, and I mean every team's got different problems, like it's who shows up or you
Yeah.
know who's not feeling it or whatever. So I get it, but
The problem
um,
the problem was at the drafting stage, because there was not enough DPS players who were drafted, or like even like generally the lack of DPS players. There is
yeah,
way more support players in the league than like 2 times more probably than DPS players. Which I
yeah,
understand that you can't really sub out your DPSs, but like at least do it once. But happens.
yeah.
Like I know a couple people who are like friends in the league who like played 1 map, and it's like yikes. You don't want that, but
Seriously?
oh yeah. Well, it
That's a
happens.
bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuz like everyone 4 maps were played this week. All games went to 4th map. Well, Scooches was
Yeah.
3-0, but they still played the 4th map.
They played the fourth,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so like my first biggest goal is making sure everyone gets to play at least 2 maps out of the 4.
Yeah.
But now that like I know a lot of people want to flex around, which I would try. I'm definitely gonna try more than this week. But then like let's say you, if I play you 1 map DPS, then I play you 1 map tank, then
Yeah.
what do I do with myself? Do I go 1 tank map, 1 go DPS? Like it gets a bit scrambly, especially
Yeah.
with
No, I think it's cool that you are down for having us kind of flex and move between roles. And I think then the team will become a bit more like improvisational. It just means that we'll probably get more of this wackier stuff. Which isn't wrong. Like any comp in this league can work, or any kind of uh strat or whatever. This isn't like super high level optimized stuff, and we could like there's a version of this game where we get away with running the tracers and whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, but it might take us a bit longer to get better results for us. And again, it's totally fun because we got to remember that every team makes it to playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? Every team's got a shot at actually winning this, no matter how good or poorly they do over the course of the season. Obviously, the better you do, the better your chances. I'm not really in this to like, squeeze a championship out of this season. I'm here to like play with you guys and have fun. But I do want to play well with you guys. And I either way you decide to take the team, whether it's like us all flexing around or us, in static roles or anything in between, I'm cool with. So whatever you need me to do, I'll do. Like if you want me to play DPS or tank from game to game, I'm fine with it. I'll play support. I'm cool.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to game. Yeah, this is just you pushing way before the tanks.
Yeah, I didn't know that the Junkrat spam came in, I think, and then push people back a bit, so I thought people were like right behind me, and this is me getting antsy. This is me making a positioning mistake.
And now we're down our hit scan.
Yeah.
Still fighting through it. And now I don't know what like the calls go up here, but we're waiting for Arc and. Okay, and we're still missing our DPS, so I don't know if we're going in.
Yeah.
I don't think we should go in. Like, I don't know what the comms were here, but this is just. This is
fine. This is taking good map control. And it means now when I come back, I'm on a crossfire.
Yeah, you're already here. You're already.
Yeah. So this is fine. So what happens after this?
This is the problem because we're now missing a healer up here. I don't know how this happened actually.
That happened either. It's a very good question. I don't think I realized where everyone was going and how to get up there on the map, and went this way.
Okay, so that's a map knowledge.
That's a valid one.
Yeah, I had a
practice pathways and stuff, and I wasn't super familiar with them.
Yeah, no, that's all good. I had a player last season who like didn't know where like the stairs were at certain points of the maps, and like it's just like we had to like try to show him where everything was. So that's all.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing this game since like it launched, but I still would say that like map knowledge is a weak point of mine. But I'm gonna like watch some more.
Don't
videos.
worry, I
think callouts are more so because you haven't like never played
with the calls
with calls or like in voice. So I think that's the part.
Yeah.
And I'm just adjusting to that totally.
Yeah, it's definitely a different beast from like comp or like solo queue comp or even quick play and then playing like as a team. I do think our comms are a bit cluttered though. Like everyone is trying to communicate information at all times, and it's a lot. And I think that's why some of this gets lost in translation because people don't know which information is actionable and what to commit to.
So the thing is like I think I couldn't make it that much clear. Yeah, I think that's more on me. So like as you guys know, like they were like DPS, like we have tank duos as like Kid and Polar and me and D time, and like I just like most of the time when Kid's in, I want Kid to be the main shot caller, and when I'm in, when it's me and D time, I'm gonna try to be like shot calling as much as I can.
Yeah.
To make it like more clear.
So just to clarify with you, Deep Sea, do you know about like the different like kind of roles of shot calling or the different roles in the comm flow of the team?
So like I know our supports love ult tracking, especially Kings is really good at it. So like, and we talked about that, the supports that just do the ult tracking. And like as far as I know, then like there's just me shot calling for like where do we go, what do we do?
Yeah. So it's like there's pathing, there's target calling.
Yeah, both of those.
Yeah, so a habit we could try get into is after every team fight, as a team, you're like, okay, what did the enemy team use? And we do that, I think, already. And then, but it's mostly, it's definitely mostly the supports, especially the supports holding this, like the defensive ults, like whether it's the Zen or Lucy or whatever, because they're the ones that really need to know what the enemy team has to save their ult. Kind of being responsible for, remembering that. But as a team, you kind of go through and you're like, okay, what did they invest and what could they still have? Based on that, then whoever your main shot caller is, so in the case of Kid on main tank or you on tank, is then you'll be like, okay,
we use that.
But also knowing where to stage the next fight or where you kind of want to be, right? Because like if the enemy team has barrage, but you're holding like right at the choke, you've got all of your squishies vulnerable right behind you. There's probably it might mean holding further back, right? Knowing that the enemy team has this barrage that they want to get value out of, or if they have EMP, like I think in that scrim where we all played super split, and there was that EMP bomb, and they got nothing out of it.
It was like the perfect.
That was good.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. That's how the end result of that process. But I mean, the main shot caller is the tank. Like you can do the target calling, like where you want to prioritize firepower. The DPS doesn't do too much shot calling. They'll communicate things like cooldowns that are used. They see, and just like if people are low or if somebody's out of position. But just little things like that.
Yeah. That's what happened last season. So like I was mostly the main shot caller for TLM.
Yeah.
As a quick side note, guys, sorry to kind of like veer us off a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Do you think next time when we get the list of maps and we all know what maps we're playing,
we already do.
Great, awesome. So can we spend maybe like I can show up early for this or whatever, a little bit of time on each map and go into a custom game and kind of just like walk through it and say like, hey, this is a point that's known for this. Like this is a popular pathway that we.
I'll work on that with you.
Here's the good high ground. Here's how to get to that high ground.
We should do that as a team.
Yeah. Like this is a good route to escape through. This is our primary route to go through. That way I don't catch myself behind the enemy team doing God knows what. Because I've already been like, that's not where you stand. This is where you stand.
But every time I've been on it, it's really, really helped us to solidify all of the calls that we all use. Because like high ground to one person means high ground to a different person. And that way we can talk about strats that we know and that we'd like to use and like how to get from point A to point B, where we can go and what are the little tips and tricks. And I think that that's something that as a team we can talk about, and that would be fucking awesome.
I would love that'd be so fun.
Sure.
Yeah, and also just like having like even being more familiar where like maybe health packs are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've watched videos
because they're kind of like randomly scattered around the maps, and it's like,
Sure.
Sometimes you go into a room and you're like, there should be one in here, but there's not.
Yeah.
And then when you get one
reasons.
where you find out that there's a health pack underneath a rock for some reason.
Yeah.
That happened on Havana when it first came out. They removed the rock.
Oh,
it's like, why is there a health pack here?
So, that was, you guys saw that. That was.
Okay, I fat fingered that because I.
That happens. That's the.
Go to my perspective here.
No,
okay,
it's
just
okay.
press
it happens.
Press F7 on your keyboard. I want you to see my perspective when this happened.
No, it's okay. How do I?
But what I'm surprised is that Shogun gets a visor kill on Draco.
Draco was like 10 HP, and I don't know if Arc was on him or not, because someone else was 1 HP here too. 2 people were really low, and I think Arc was healing the other one, and I think Shogun, who was a great DPS, who saw Draco 10 HP and probably wanted to get use of it. This is the 4th ultimate we waste.
Well, this is just lucky because Polar uses bomb there, and maybe they recognize that it's a fat finger or whatever, but it means that he doesn't have DM, right? So maybe that was the trigger that he pulled on, or whatever, the Q that he went off of to use this ultimate. But it's just surprising that Draco died here with the Brine shield still there.
Oh, he was really off in the side too, cause Kit was trying to push a bit left side. I don't know what was the call.
Yeah.
Kit was like around here when like the
Yeah.
visor was popped, or like Draco was low, and Draco was like all the way right here. Like even you see his
Other way
body.
around, actually. Kit was
Yeah.
at, sorry, Draco was at the corner, and Kit was on the bridge for a
Yeah,
bit.
Kit was on the bridge, and Draco was here. You can see the body.
Yeah.
So I think Shogun saw that there's an opportunity. This is the
Yeah.
fourth ultimate we waste.
Yeah. I.
This is one
Yeah.
ultimate
So what
they
happened
waste.
with?
That was a
Wait,
question
I
mark.
was. Hello.
Yeah.
So what happened with that bomb was like I was planning to lob the bomb onto the cart because I saw that the line was a bit ahead, and everyone else was not. And what ended up happening is I just got my bomb at that point, and I was going to like just boost it, but I got demeched, and my finger pressed the Q because I thought, oh, it was fine.
Yeah,
And it
fat
wasn't.
fingers happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
all
wasn't
good.
so
It's all
much
good.
like a fat finger. It's just like the horrible timing of when I got demeched
it's okay.
Yeah.
was when I was planning on pressing Q.
It happens.
If you get
Yeah.
out there, that's actually really lucky, but I don't think so. You do, yeah.
Yeah, and some of that is just like the random result of
Yep.
now on the high
down
ground you only
stairs,
have
but she couldn't make it.
the one healer, and so you're taking more damage that's not being healed up, and you think you have the opportunity to, yeah, it's all good.
Dr.
So
Sands
there
actually
should've been
played
a
so aggressive.
dip.
Yeah, this
Like, there
this is
should've been
this
a
is this
dip or
dip all
die
over the
right
place.
now.
I
feel
think
like
the
they
call was
tried,
going
but-
out from right side,
Yeah,
but Dr. Sands
but
cut it
it's
off.
only because there's only a minute left, so it's one of those things where like then everyone run out the back and throw yourself off the bridge, just to get
Yeah,
out, so
we-
then we
we're
still have time to group up and get our second healer because we don't have a second healer right now when we're trying to push.
Yeah.
Fifth ultimate, while we're down like almost everyone.
What?
Oh,
That's
and-
theirs, right?
Oh,
Kit shattered.
Oh,
there's another one.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I think that should have been a regroup, and because then we would have been able to get our Ryan full health, we would have had 2 healers with us instead of pushing in and trying to make it happen.
We lost this
Yeah.
fight like half a minute ago, and we're still not grouped up and ready to go for one more.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like as much as like Ryan Zarya is like this like staple tank combination, like I've always made the case that Ryan Lucio is actually
Yeah.
more of a dynamic duo. Just like Lucio does so much for getting Ryan in and out, and like just to disengage here, just speed out and then
Yeah.
pull back, right? If you're Monkey, if you're Diva, you could just boost or jump or whatever. It's no big deal.
We saw like 2 good DPS ults here for one last push.
But I think right now, even is a little dangerous, like for Polar and Draco to be out just poke damaging because Draco already has his ult. We can't
Yeah.
get a pick because, like, if we get picked, we're fucked.
Yeah.
So I think that
Okay.
it should have been a
So
full
what's
regroup.
what's the call here? So full regroup.
Well, now it's desperate. Now we have 10 seconds, and now we just need a touch to stay in this game. So they're gonna hold high ground. We're gonna
I
be
hate
pushed
high
into a
ground.
kill box and probably just die anyway.
Okay,
We should have
we
nano.
used 3
Yeah, nano the
ults.
Okay,
Ryan.
and I know Ryan. Yeah.
Okay, their bomb kills Draco's one, and DMX.
And I think I don't know if you guys
Good.
talked about who was ulting, whether it was the Tire or the High Noon. But
Ooh, Blossom gets so.
They also used Tire this fight, so. it's
Yeah,
not-
it's
Yeah,
Blossom
Draco
who's
didn't get any
safe.
value out of his tower, unfortunately.
like Blossom,
No one touched Shogun back there.
I got him with high noon.
Oh.
yeah, Shogun
Oh,
was
she
Well,
got
it's
res.
Blossom.
You got
Blossom
res.
kills everybody here.
Yeah.
Blossom gets
Yeah, yeah.
the or
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, their Mercy gets the res
So, like-
because we needed to take out
Yeah.
Junkrat.
Like he jumps here, like he jumps legit into everyone and still survives with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of Junkrat.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, I think
Bombs
it
on
just
top of
should
you.
have been I don't know what the target calls were, but I think sometimes for me I know that I panic and I'm like, "Oh," and then I stop talking. And then if no one's shot calling, it can be really hard to kind of everyone focus target because everyone's kind of focusing different people right now. Fucking Blossom.
just sad. Yeah.
I hate Junkrat.
Mm,
I just
Yeah.
hate him.
Junkrat is doable. A pharmacy would be really good. Really, really good.
Yeah. Now, one thing we will have for her next game is the ability to play Mei, which is one of Luke's best heroes,
Yeah.
and Mei just enables tank so well.
Well,
I
fingers
mean,
crossed. It wouldn't get banned again, right?
Luke's May.
no,
No,
like,
I doubt it.
hero can't be banned 2 weeks in a row.
Well, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be
not
because
true.
we
This
have
week
the
it's not banned,
week in between. Yeah.
but I don't think May would be the most played after just getting banned 1 week. But hope not. Fingers crossed.
Is May played a lot right now?
I don't think so. I didn't see my comp games, but then again, it's high gold, like low plat games, so not in my games. Okay, so we practiced what the fuck is his name, Torb on this map, and we actually hold like Scooch's team really well.
Well, we did also because they rolled out on a comp that we countered like
Yeah.
off the top.
Yeah.
They were running like
Without trying
Monkey and
Sombra.
Sombra, right? So the thing about Torb, like Torb counters or soft
Flankers.
counters flankers,
Yeah,
right? Because of the
flankers.
turret pressuring them, right? But because he's also a shotgun hero, shotguns just mess Winston up so much because of how his character model is built. He's got his head, like he leans forward, so his head is kind of in the middle of his model. And because of that, it's really easy to just shotgun
true.
headshot him, right? So whenever if anyone's ever playing Winston and the enemy team's running either Reaper, Torb, or Roadhog, you seriously have to consider swapping, unless like you're appropriately playing around them or the rest of your team's shutting them down. But if that's not happening, Winston just has a real rough time.
Also, I don't know. I was not in this game. I don't know the comms, but we should. Well, then again, I know Jaco really doesn't play Widowmaker at all. I don't know Luke if Luke plays Widowmaker or not, but we should have a Widowmaker here just to mess with Shogun, because it was like 100% that Shogun would play Widowmaker here and pressure our backline a lot.
Yeah, Ash isn't the worst here with especially with the Mercy
Widow.
pocket,
Boost, yeah.
Mhm.
but she does like on paper just lose the range war against Widow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if it was the call. Like, I don't know if you guys talked about it, but I would have 100% assumed Shogun would go Widowmaker, and I would expect Blossom on Junkrat again.
I don't think we had called Shogun playing Widow, but I know that we had talked about I was Mercine so I could damage boost Luke.
Yeah, Shogun, like, you gotta wait for that guy's Widowmaker. I don't know if he causes problems. I don't remember actually. But
Well, they take first pretty quickly, and then we hold them at the door on second.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because we control high ground on second.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Arc-
we did a really
I don't know if
freaking
Arc
good
tried
job on second.
shoot Widowmaker there.
Yeah, Arc
Arc
said.
stayed up there, and
Yeah.
I don't think he should have.
Yeah.
Also because we've got our squishies kind of spilling out around the right side here on low ground, which they have angles onto. They should have pulled
Yeah.
back through the buildings, like
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
under the bridge there,
Sure. Yeah. Here.
right? Because then you've got the corners, you got the natural cover here. Widow's just got so many like
Open angles.
she could just look down over the Rhine shield into the squishies, and she look
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Like here. Like,
Yeah.
It was like first year, but yeah, then he dropped here.
Against different comps, standing there is perfectly fine, but yeah, or even different widows, right? Shogun's just a widow that will land those shots.
Respect the Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he gets D time too, cause wow.
we do get
Dr. Sense will just
I do
push
the
in.
res because I am a hot mess, and I should have stayed with the tank and healed the tank, but I thought that I should get our other support
Get
up,
the
but
mech,
it
yeah.
was a poor choice anyway. I made it. I got them up.
Yeah.
I think I get next here.
Yeah. How
Yeah, Pronto's demaced.
Yeah.
does the fire strike get you? I guess.
We'll see it in kill feed.
Yeah.
If you just let it play a little bit.
Oh, we still don't see it.
Play
Uh,
the
Root beer
video.
got
Yeah,
it.
just play.
it was
Root beer.
Moira damage.
Yeah, maybe orb.
Maybe a damage orb. Yeah.
Shogun gets one more because well, there's no shield anymore. And that's nothing holding him.
Yeah.
And this is just dip. Well, basically, we should all just.
Yeah.
So this is when Pronto was saying, back, and we did not get back
Yeah.
quick enough. I
We
think
didn't
that
dip
exit
fast enough.
should have been a very quick dip, and it wasn't
Yeah,
as quick.
we should have just let the point. Yep.
I think we
Well, it
do.
wasn't-
I think.
Yeah,
Well,
the
we
call
all-
wasn't to dip, like, let them have the point. It was just to regroup, and it was just a slow regroup.
So
How did
this
D-time
is one of
die
those
there?
points where
because it was 4v6 right there.
yeah, it's also one of those points where you're always running it's a high risk thing to contest cart at the end of first there down, because if you lose that fight, half your team's gonna get long spawned and they're basically gonna be able to push through second for free. So enough of us get out and we're able to stabilize here and take back point control. That's as far as I think they get.
Yeah.
They
On
they
second.
pushed
Yeah.
a bit of here, like just a bit like here, and that's done. So like I just wanna actually go when we attack. That's the sad part.
So mostly why we lose on attack is because our comp is pretty hard countered by their comp. I had made some calls to switch things, and then I know D-Time you didn't hear me and I didn't repeat myself fast enough, but there were other things in our comp that just weren't working that we forced for too long.
Oh, you guys don't cap, I know.
Round one.
Okay.
Score.
Spoilers!
Initiating match.
Yeah, we get like hold here, right? We don't even have it go like overtime.
Well, yeah, we get held on first.
Yeah.
Ready for
Right
battle.
there.
Yeah.
A little bit to the right. Right? No, right?
Yeah.
Down?
There.
Right there. Right
There.
there. That's where I got killed.
Okay. So let's see the call. Okay, dive
Attackers incoming.
with
in
Moira
30
Mercy.
seconds.
Okay. Do we get?
Yeah, some of this is so straight up. We're just unlucky that Onibaku's got a hardcore Brig main with Root Bear,
Mm-hmm.
and Brig up front is already giving us problems because we're running Tracer Monkey, and it's just hard for their damage output to get through the armor that she puts up on her team. Now we do have the pharmacy,
One.
but they've got Shogun on hit scan and they have a Diva.
Stop the payload.
I'm surprised when he went pharmacy in this when like Shogun played we don't make her first point, so
Yeah, we were gonna switch if it was Harry.
Mm-hmm.
and we're not well
Yeah, go. Can we make us see what we're doing over there?
Okay, so
this one is
so D-Time, you're on the Winston here, and my recommend, and you maybe already know this, but for Winston, what you kind of want to do is you want to dive, or at least jump on and pressure the squishy heroes right on high ground, as opposed to trying to play front line.
Yeah.
Like
That was what-
Winston loses front line against Ryan pretty much every time, unless he's got a crazy DPS core with him, with like Reaper and Junkrat and just more damage. Because if you go in on the squishies in the back, then it means that they don't have damage to put into the rest of our team because they're going to be looking at you. And then their Rhine will then be kind of high and dry. And
Yeah,
then you can
during
kind of
our scrims when I was playing Winston, whenever I dove the back line, I just ended up getting punished for it. So I pretty much just decided if I'm going to be doing anything, I'm going to try to stick with the team as much as possible. There I probably overcommitted just a bit
yeah.
and just
So
got punished for it.
on paper, what we want to do with this comp is we want to play slow. We want our pharmacy. We want Draco to basically land a direct rocket hit and then jump that thing. Like if he lands a direct on the Ashe and you and I jump her, she's dead. So we have some options of the comp. We just never really play it properly, and I didn't communicate that, and we end up just being on it for too long without doing kind of what we need to do.
Yeah, well, am I on slow? Yeah. Okay. Everything's good. Pushing up. Yeah, like.
So we do have the diva that's in that room, and no one, I don't think, saw, and we should have been sick to punish, but I think diva's hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have got out again because with the charges and DM, but he would maybe take a bit more damage. And
You can burst Diva pretty good.
If we had, I think it's the everyone turn around and do the one thing, especially when we're diving. Everyone target the one fucking character, and then they're gonna die, and we're gonna laugh, and they're gonna cry, and it's gonna be really good for us.
Yeah.
That's like I wasn't there, so I don't know how the comps were on game day. But when we were scrimming, like a lot of times people were calling out different targets. So we need to find a way, I think, to just be kind of either of one mind about target priority, or just maybe like assign a role to someone.
Yeah. So you were not here. I will like write down for like even one if I want. Is everyone here actually?
Kit and Deep Sea are gonna focus on target calling.
Yeah, because since
Okay.
me and Kid are like switching off tanking around, when Kid's in, it will be Kid, and when I'm in, it's gonna be me. And then
Yeah.
Okay.
supports all
Cool.
tracking and.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
because as the tanks also, you have limited range, so you need to communicate where you're investing your damage, right? Because you only have a few options, right? Like whether you're on Reinhardt or whatever. So you need to communicate that, and then when the follow up comes through, then things just die so much faster. So definitely.
And D-Time probably know this, but just to say it, like when Winston, you really want to use your jump to like at least half of the time to get out, not like jump in, and then you want to go like high ground, jump on them, and like just spacebar, and then you would use your jump to get out.
Yeah, I've actually got a similar note for Polar because I think I've seen Polar. You've done this a couple times where you've been on high ground, and then you've actually diva boosted down to low ground to get there faster. But then you're committing. That's a hard commitment, and you don't have mobility to get out. So all you need to do is, if you're already on high ground, just drop down, and then save your mobility to get out. And I know you already know that. It's just sometimes we forget and make those mistakes.
Yeah. Or diva charges,
I
and when you
appreciate
jump is a good get out of jail free card. So.
Yeah.
Well, spacebar doesn't.
And if you want a little bit of knockback, like even jumping away provides knockback. You don't have to jump on them for it.
Okay, Dr. Sam,
It's very little.
Yeah, this is a really tough comp to frontline monkey with just the Junkrat and everything else in the Rhine swinging.
Glenn gets
We get the
like
diva. Lucky fire strike.
Yeah, lucky fire strike on Luke. Sometimes happens. Okay, we got a good res.
Yeah, and then I'm an idiot and stand there too long, I think, and then I get killed. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I assume the call was focus Rhine.
Oh, don't die, stand there. That's when you die.
Okay.
You dumbass.
Luke destroys the back line. Okay, everyone destroys the front line. It's going real good. This is working.
Did we get some progress here?
Yes.
This is over push by Arc. Way over push.
Yeah, that's insane.
Now we're.
So now we have, because I think everyone was trying to commit.
I remember this. Everyone was like, "No one's on cart." We called it for a really long time.
Yeah.
Which actually probably should have been Arc there more than anyone. Because
Yeah,
you can at least send out
this
deals at distance. Yeah.
And I'm just coming back now.
Look at this.
Trying to heal you,
This is
fool.
really sad.
Trying to heal you, fool.
Well, it's just so easy to get like sucked into the fight,
Like
especially when you're
one
winning.
DPS can be on cart. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
because the tanks that typically will push up just to hold space because they have giant health pools and they can take that damage and hold that space.
I assume Luke tried to get like a backline kill and get because Brig really
Yeah.
really fucks with what's her name? Tracer.
Yeah. Well, also, Brig's getting a lot of value, especially in the last fight we had, because as the tanks were frontlining here on the Rhine, it means that the Brig can play with her Rhine, and she's going to be healing as she's swinging, putting pressure back on us. And the Winston Diva damage output isn't massive. It's good when it's specifically coordinated and surgical, and you have those windows where you can burst down a squishy and then rinse and repeat, move to the next one. But on a tank that's got a Brig playing next to him, it's going to be tough to burn through that Reinhardt.
Yeah.
And I think here we probably should not have ulted because there's a Bob that we're all kind of ignoring and don't have anything to really combat him.
Yeah, Moira ult is definitely using it.
Yeah, and they're rallying too.
Yeah, they use Bob. They use
three there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Shatter? Did they shatter
Cole.
there?
Yeah, they
Yeah, the Rhine shattered.
Yeah.
But he like missed everything.
So like they use that. This is a dip. This is a big time dip. Well,
yeah,
not the
or at least a play slow and like LOS things. But I guess
yeah, like
but we
use
don't.
we use the bomb. We use the primal. This is the. We could have just saved up these and more ultimate. Just went in with those for the next fight because we really pushed up a lot.
Yeah, I remember I was just like, oh, if I just keep screwing up the Moira, she can't. She loses.
We've got 2 minutes here, right? And I think if we switch off this comp here,
what happened to that Bob though?
Yeah, how did it get there?
Motherfucker, because I was hiding from it and then it fucking found me again and I was so annoyed. And then Shogun is ulting, or Blossom is high ground now, and I think someone called he's being uncontested, but he's high ground right side.
This should have been a dip like 20 seconds ago, but
do you guys play with kill feed on?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone should, because it's just like it's like driving. You got to check your mirrors, check the kill feed, because it's just so much important information. Also, toggle, even if you don't play support, toggle friendly health bars on.
It doesn't work for me. I've done that and I can't see friendly health bars. Like I've turned it on for the characters and only a couple of them where will I actually get to see the health bars. It's only like soldier for some reason.
Oh.
So that means it's unsynced right now. I know it's wrong. I can help you with that.
Okay.
Well, Luke dips. Arc should have been dipped.
Yeah.
Like he shouldn't be just going way around here and like go inside here and all the way. He should just dip like Luke.
Yeah.
Dipping
and
we can work on. It's easy. When we
dip or die. Sometimes you die.
Yeah, dip or die. I like that. Yeah. And die being die on point. But die on point is really the only thing if you're defending.
But also, like, if you need to dip, and the easiest way to dip is to jump off a building. Sometimes do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still have like 2 minutes. We should have like switched. Probably.
I think I switch here. Actually, I go to the Rhine.
Tracer should have been switched in. Draco wants to use his ultimate.
Yeah, but now they're running double hit scan, right? They've gotten off Junkrat and they've got Soldier now.
And it's
so now
Draco should have been. Sometimes even when
I
you
don't support him for his ult either because it was a weird way, and I just was not there for him, so it was a wasted ult for him.
Yeah.
Well,
also,
do my job.
If Arc is frontlining at points and not because like Moira's main job is to like heal the ground force, specifically the tanks, right? And if Moira's not doing that, then as the second support, you're obligated to obviously heal the tanks and heal people who are low, which means that Draco's not getting the attention he deserves.
Yes.
Or whatever, right?
And when Draco watches this later, I'm very sorry. I love you. I'm sorry I failed you.
And like the thing is, like when sometimes that you need to switch, but like you're like super close to your ultimate or you already have it, so you like, oh, just let me use ult and I'll switch. Like sometimes just switch, even if you have the ult, even if you're like 80%, if like even like you might not just get the ult like any value out of it. So might as well
Also, it's just like it's hard to get barrage like on Junkertown here where it's all open. Like you kind of need to path in on a flank or something, but it's just
yeah.
it's not a great ult.
Like-
It's not unless it's like really well supported.
Best you can do is like go here and then like ult from here to their back.
Yeah.
But
I don't know where here.
Or use it just like to confirm a kill on like 1 or 2 people at most. Like
yeah, so
just be safe with that.
I don't know if Luke switches, yeah, because that break was destroying.
Switches to Reaper, which
I think
is similar to Tracer, where like because each of Tracer's bullets and like Reaper's little pellets individually do so little damage, they're mopped up by armor quite a bit. Armor is bad against burst damage, things like Pharah or Hanzo or
Yeah.
Junkrat, because of the way that it works.
blocks the damage.
And also here we got Reaper on Junkertown, where it's all open, playing in a double ranged hit scan. So just getting the Reaper in, especially without a shield, is going to be tricky. Now Reaper can kind of do divey stuff where he'll like teleport in on the back line and stuff, but it's going to be tough when they have Diva Peel and Brig Shield Bash and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he should have probably went Ash because he's really good at it. Probably better than Shogun. And
Ash could work. Yeah,
'cause
again,
I'm
it's just like
I'm thinking about his comfort picks too, right? Luke really likes playing Ash, and he's really good at it. And it would work.
Yeah, I probably could have gone Ash. But I was just thinking like I wanted to break down the front line because I felt like we weren't killing like the Diva and the Ryan, which was part of the problem.
if we have Reinhardt, the Reaper is easier to support. So we just were kind of out of sync with the switches we were making and when we were making them.
Okay.
But I think we still have Winston for this fight.
Yeah, I think I stayed way too long because I didn't hear the call.
Okay, we're waiting for Draco to get in position, I guess. What is Diva doing, actually? Oh, okay.
I think he was saying, let's all go to the right side and let's go around the back. And then we all change position.
You mean
Blossom
their Diva
has
or
not
ours?
moved.
Okay.
What is Blossom doing?
Piping.
Okay, there he is.
Draco is like these. Is he trying to kill Shogun? Yeah.
So in a situation like this where in like hit scan like Ash or Widow or whatever is just way in the back line,
Yeah.
like how would we be best contesting them?
D-Time and I should have just like
Dive.
should have
Jumped.
gone in on them. And then Draco could have come with us with the Mercy.
And then you just have to jump on the people who are turning around to peel, basically, or
Yeah, like
Yeah. You hopefully take them out of the team fight, and then they're at a player disadvantage, and then you've got a resource advantage, and you snowball it from there. But
'cause Monkey and Diva jumping on means either that person dies or gets in
Yeah.
a weird position.
I think if we want to run Reaper like this, something we can get into practice, especially if we're running a Diva, is having Luke or whoever is playing Reaper teleport like Wraith form into the back or Shadow Step, and the Diva can actually boost in on where he's going, and DM him when he appears so that he's not vulnerable, and then he can do his work. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw them doing that a lot in Owl. Looked really
Yeah.
strong.
Because then you can kind of support Reaper as a bit of a dive hero.
Okay, we go in Valk.
So now we've got Ryan.
Okay.
And I think in this situation,
Nice block.
It's good to like with Mercy's spell is to stay together, and everyone is doing that here. Like you can see those beautiful lines.
That's really
that they're all
unlucky bomb that
connecting.
kills you too.
It's the fucking worst. I thought I was gonna be able to like get behind
Yeah,
Ryan's shield,
like-
and then I didn't.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. We finally get the comp that's kind of goodish for this, but they just have
All their
ult
ults,
economy
yeah.
on us. Yeah, they've got the
I
all the
swapped with
resources.
Lucio here.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Draco built this ult.
So yeah, just like acknowledging what's giving us problems and trying to come up with solutions as soon as possible. Whether that means staying on what you're on and playing differently, right, or making appropriate swaps. Now some amount of this, like again, because it's an all skills league, you can kind of do wackier stuff or have comps that don't quite make sense and still get value out of them, but everyone kind of still needs to be on the same page.
Also, I feel like this week, like after watching this week's games, the level of the play got really higher compared to last season. At least that's how I felt like. Like the teams are really better compared to last season. And
So I
games were
think we
really
Well,
close.
the league average is higher than it was last season, right? Just in terms of like the SR of the players.
I think
Is
at this point we should have been going for Rein or Brig, right? Because they're the ones that are going to be doing the most damage close range.
Jesus, Shogun got a ult again. The Blossom, damn. Yeah, at this point, it's just Hail Mary.
yeah. Now you're just trying to touch and stay in it.
Yeah.
You're always kind of screwed at that point. Yeah.
This far away, it would be really hard to win from here.
Yeah.
What? Oh. Now we're.
Oh no, we lost the replays. If this is an update.
Well,
Doesn't.
thankfully we just finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really want to watch King's Row because King's Row, I was in the game. I know the comms. It was at least 50% on me over pushing and not communicating.
Oh my
with the
God,
team.
Deep Sea, shut the fuck up! You did amazing. You put too much pressure on
No.
Yeah.
You gotta know because I love pushing W way too much, and I was out of sync with D time. The bubbles were not on point. I didn't ask it for when the right time for the bubbles.
There's still,
Also, like
there's still
everybody else
something
has
to
have
learn
their
out of that
gameplay
replay,
looked at. Maybe you need to have your gameplay looked at too and commented on.
Sure,
Just because
sure.
you're a captain doesn't mean.
No, I just mean that you shouldn't harp on like.
I
because
don't have
this is
King's
the
Row.
50th
Does anyone
time
have
I
the-
have heard
Yeah.
said
I
this
know.
about his comms on King's Row.
I think well,
Everyone
We
is
don't
going
have to watch it.
improve.
Oh,
I'm
Well,
just saying we love you, Deep Sea. Don't worry about it. But also,
no.
if the only reason you think we shouldn't watch it is because you think you understand, is there things that the team can understand from it?
Sure.
too?
Sure.
Yeah, like I gotta see what I'm doing because I always feel like whenever I play, we lose. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played a match and we've won. So I'm like, do I just suck that bad?
No.
I just bring everyone down that much. Jeez.
I think we have to be on the same page where win or lose, we'll wear it as a team together, and it'll never be
Yes.
something that someone kind of owns in a vacuum. And also, I think it's actually better for us.
That said, I'm still taking responsibility for
have-
last season's quarterfinals. Sorry, Kaden.
Yeah, it's better for us too to have had a game like this, like right off the top, where we can get into the nitty gritty of like, okay, where are the weaknesses in our team, or why didn't that work? And you start a dialogue about player improvement and team improvement, and I think it's better because like I think there are a bunch of teams that maybe like played decently on Sunday or whatever, but there could be underlying issues that they just ignore, and then that might create more problems for them as the season goes on.
Yeah. About that, I hate winning on scrims. Losing on scrims is the best thing because it makes you see stuff.
Who the fuck is this team? This was not the team I scrimmed against. I was like, sorry about it.
Yeah.
You don't know what to expect, mother forks.
So they're EMP bombing. Like they have this in condition of EMP bombing. They're gonna build for that to capture mostly. Oh, that went too fast.
When are we having a team practice tonight, or when's our next thing?
Thursday?
Thursday. Okay.
I didn't talk with anything extra. Like
Yeah,
any
when we actually know what the heroes are.
We are tonight. I'm down to play.
Yeah, same.
we can play tonight too.
Yeah, like I've just.
I
feel
mean, like
I
we're all online.
Yeah.
gonna
I have to. I actually got to step out now for a bit, but I'll be back later.
I gotta help my dad with
But
English homework, but I'll be back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and any extra notes, feel free to leave them in the Discord or let me
I
know.
just want to watch that fight.
All right, see you guys.
See you.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah. I believe we won this fight, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because I remember I was like getting really good calls, and I was just melting the right people.
Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
the fight that we lost on this point that I really want to see, because I know I can point out some individual mistakes
Uh,
that I saw.
They pushed like 3 to third point, right?
Yeah.
The second point we kind of got rolled because we didn't regroup with enough time.
So remember this happening. Like they should have probably left way before they reached there, because we knew they were gonna come all the way. But
yeah.
no one
I
got
think-
We
picked.
didn't get that call though, because Pronto and I were up there still, and we didn't get the call that they were going up, and I think that would have helped us get out of there beforehand. And it doesn't really make a huge difference, but it was just I turned around
This
and
makes
the whole
it
team was
like
there.
so. This makes the biggest difference. I should have countercharged it, or got bubbled for it. And Shogun's getting free damage. Well, Pronto's getting free damage
Yeah.
too, so it's really fine.
That's where Pronto is.
Oh yeah, he went all the way around.
Yeah, and I
think
remember being hacked half the time, and I couldn't bubble you.
I think I
Yeah,
was
you're hacked
expecting
right now.
Shogun to come back, Pronto to come back up here, and Shogun expected him to come back here too. So he was like up there too, but he just played really well and just went up there. I don't know if he was planning on that or not, but that.
Well, we got the good crossfire with the turret, and I think they were kind of caught off guard by it. It looks like,
Yeah.
because like if they had known the turret was there, I don't think they would have popped out where they did, because they took
Yeah.
so much damage from the turret in that fight.
Yeah.
And Shogun popped 2 heads, right? Just pom pom, so it fucks you up. Widowmaker's
Pronto.
really OP, and like, see, I shouldn't have probably done this.
Damage boost. What?
I was just memeing around here, just to make her not go back up.
Yeah, you stressed me out here.
Yeah, I think I saw you getting hacked, so I bubbled you. I don't know why the hell that bubble was there.
Yeah, it's okay. So
Oh, no, that's a
so
diva,
we
so-
staggered. Yeah.
I love the ragdoll on Baby Do. Just like flops.
I hate it. It grosses me out.
Please, like Reinhardt does like a forward flip whenever he dies.
Yeah, I just
We
feel
should've-
like Diva, like it's just
I don't
so
know why we're holding
dramatically,
here.
Like, small child
I don't remember
now.
why we're holding here, but we should probably hold it closer.
Yeah,
Or like hold
because if
him
we lose
back.
once, we lose the
If you're
point.
holding at the front
We
corner,
have
though.
sights right now, though.
Yeah.
Pronto's hiding there just to see if I remember Pronto being like, Shogun's gonna go Widow, and he actually did it, and it was really weird.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, oh, I'll just anti-widow. I'll just anti-widow.
So at this point, you could call 2 deep Z if you want us to go to choke.
I got hacked here. It was a good ultimate. This was a really nice ultimate. Nice more ultimate to save me. I'm trying to stay on Luke to protect them.
But yeah, we're not focusing on keeping you up.
Oh,
Which we
who's
need
gonna
to
EMP?
be.
No? Did he have EMP? No. Why didn't he jump here then? Well, question mark for Blossom. Yeah, but we're holding it really good.
I remember I got the bloodlust here. I remember chasing really far. No, must have been the next time.
Is this Blossom's first season in the league? Like,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah. What's like? I don't know them at all. What's their rank?
Diamond?
Diamond? Okay.
Shogun's team is all just diamonds, basically. Which is low-key lie. Shogun probably could have get masters if he wanted to. But whatever.
Mhm.
So we gotta understand their win conditions on this, right? We didn't really play around it. EMP bomb. We knew EMP bomb was coming, but we didn't really call it or play around that they were gonna play EMP bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, that said, like, what do we have to deal with it?
We'll play around
with
the
this?
corners. A dumbass Ryan wouldn't stay here.
So this is where we got forked, and then
Did you get that?
Yeah, that
guys?
was
we were
one.
able to.
That's wild.
Okay,
yeah,
but
That's just being
was
dumb
huge.
dumb.
and not knowing that they're gonna like not playing for the EMP bomb, right? They were gonna EMP bomb. It was obvious them more than anything, but we didn't play around it.
Fucking hate when Moiras just focus you in the air.
I remember just staying alive here for way too long.
Yeah, you guys like.
You were holding though.
Yeah, you guys were.
I'm like, yeah, I'm keeping this from the first tick for so long alone.
You and Kiddens
Like
Yeah.
played.
4-on-1.
Look at Luke. He's just jumping around. That was really good. That saved us like a minute almost. But yeah, like that we just lost because we should have seen the EMP bomb coming, and
60 seconds.
we actually didn't somehow. That was like, how can't you not see that? But now we're ready for that next time, because a lot of teams are gonna play for EMP bomb.
I think it's better if you bomb first and EMP, right?
Yes, that's how we do it.
Because you lure people into a like false sense
You
of
know,
security.
99% of the time you bomb first.
Yeah.
This is Pronto just getting picked. It happens. Doomfist, one
Yo,
shot.
Pronto. Maybe you'll watch us later, but I was stressed because I couldn't get you. It was so stressful.
Okay, we're holding and we're waiting for Pronto. It's nice. So
we
yeah,
swapped
one
to
of the
Lucio
biggest
too.
things about this map, I remember, was not having an Ana player. Cause this is like the corners game, right? Kings Row is a really good map and like lots of corners and
Well,
chokes. And cause it's a lot of space. See, like from here to there to here to there, and I can't hold my shield all the time. It will get broken, and you guys would get fucked. So as a Ryan player, I need to hold it down as much as I can, and also take damage so that my supports can get their ults faster. But what happened most of the time in this map was I would take so much damage, and like half of that damage should have been compensated by an Ana or a bubble, because Moira runs out of heals, right? There's nothing more I can do that like to compensate.
And I don't
that much.
know if then Draco and I should have switched and Draco Lucio'd if he didn't want to Ana. Because I can Ana, but I was Lucioing.
Pronto switches here, right?
Yeah, because I went back to get Pronto, and then that left you guys with just Moira for heals.
So I, at least, maybe you called it and I was just dumb in the moment. I didn't know that you left us. I legit thought.
I said that I was taxing, but then I feel like I shouldn't have taxied anyway, because if I had like really thought about it, neither of them needed speed to get back, and I should have just stayed with tanks.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing that. Maybe you just and I was just in the moment. It happens. I go nuts. So
But like that's so stupid. I'm by myself. The fucking tanks are dying. I'm a dumbass, and they can just
See?
walk quick.
Don't-
So fucking stay with your team.
and this is like just see, Ryan player shouldn't be doing this when whole team is missing. And I don't know if you had the bubble or not. What's your number?
I think I just used it on you.
F4.
I mean, you can just check him by
Yeah.
pressing F4.
Yeah. See, I should have
see what-
waited
what
for the
he
bubble.
had.
Like you and me, we didn't communicate bubbles like once in that whole game.
No, I usually waited to see your armor like gone, and then I'd try to bubble you right when I see the
and,
armor's
like,
gone.
With
Yeah.
them having an Ana, 90% of the time you should hold the bubble till I get purple.
Yeah, and then cure your purple.
Yeah, and if I'm doing something dumb like this, I should be like, "Do you have bubble? I'm gonna go in, bubble me," and then you would say, "No, wait for 2 seconds. No, wait for 10 seconds. No, yeah, you can go in. I have bubble." That's
Tank
just
husbands need to stick together.
yes. I should have communicated with you, and you should have saved most of your bubbles
Yo.
for me getting poo-pooed on. Oh, how did I stop that? Okay. And then what is this guy doing? Cause I knew Dr. Sensible likes to play aggressive, so the whole game my idea was that if I swing enough in front of him, he would swing
Oh,
back. He would swing
If
back.
I
Then I would just shatter his ass, and it worked like half of the time. But
then
then
his shield.
where's the team? Like even if I get this fucking 5-man shatter, let's say, Like, who's gonna clean
There's
it up?
no one there.
Who's gonna clean it
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
Like, Zarya's half charge, and we are missing one of our DPS, and there's this guy, but Torp doesn't do that much burst to clean it up. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a Torp.
yeah, so no one's gonna clean this up. This is just me
Yeah.
playing really aggressive when there's no reason to.
But I think in hindsight, like that would have really worked if we were all there in terms of baiting out the swing so you can get the hammer down.
Yeah. I just didn't communicate with you enough. Like, I remember saying I'm gonna shatter, but like, yeah, you're gonna shatter, but what are you gonna like? What are you gonna do after?
So why are the Doom and D.Va still standing? Like,
Yeah.
D.Va was not in the actual shadow zone because the shadow went a little bit right.
okay.
What we can see, you can see it on the ground.
I see.
D.Va's outside of that. I don't know why Doom wasn't. I think Doom was in the air and he just landed in there.
Yeah. he was
That's
in there.
bullshit.
Right? Everyone else's Doom or fucking Reinhardt shatters everyone.
And I
ours.
make everyone use their ultimates, even though you should totally hold that grab. You didn't need to.
Yeah.
But they DM the grav.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, does the grab get eaten here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah,
shooting
yeah,
it into the DM and being
Oh,
like,
it's
"Oh,
right
I'm an
there, yeah.
idiot."
Like
Yeah.
you shouldn't have been using it in the first place. We should have communicated through it. And Draco pops ultimate just to keep me alive, and I assume follow the shatter, but yeah,
But
like we shouldn't be taking this fight. This fight is just question marks all over the place. Now we're
And it
missing.
all started because your Lucio left you.
No, all good. It's.
Oh, see, but how annoying is that when someone else does a deep sea? So maybe stop blaming yourself for everything. Then.
It's just I gotta know what I'm doing wrong, right? Luke now uses his ultimate. Like, why are we just stop pressing Q, guys, please, at this moment.
And that's something that we can just get in the habit of saying too, like no more else, no more else.
Yeah. And with something like Grav or Blizzard, I guess next week, like if they're running a D.Va too, if we know that you intend to use that ultimate before a fight, we can call out the cooldown on the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played really well.
When I'm playing D.Va, I try my best to keep track of what else they have, and I look at their behaviors, and I can identify when they're going to use it.
Yeah, the good thing
so
is Zarya's are really obvious.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because
at
they
this
usually walk
point-
out of position to get a good grab.
So our regroup is not a regroup because we're starting to like
No, so
stagger a
the-
little bit coming out, and we should have chilled all together right outside of spawn and then walked out
I
together.
think this is a good place to hold, and we're holding okay. D-Time pushed a bit too much, but he has bubble, so he gets away with it.
Yeah, but I just mean in terms of like regroup. Let's try to regroup all together first and have that little reset moment instead of like going in without necessarily a big plan. Like how Pronto was saying, okay, if it's not working, have that little reset,
Yeah.
say what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, and then go from there.
Oh, that's a big charge. Oh.
You almost had everyone. It's mostly me getting the sleep on me. And then they just have all the ultimates, right? We just
Yeah, they shattered, bombed, and
Visor.
used visor.
We
Yeah.
didn't really have a plan of how we were gonna counter the
No, we were going in and making a
Yeah.
plan out of scraps
we
that
didn't
were
really
there.
talk about it.
versus we still had time to regroup because they still hadn't pushed the second corner. So yeah, let's just slow it down. a
And
little
but
bit.
sometimes that like it happens, like they press 6Q and then it just
Yeah.
boop, you're dead. 'Cause
And it happened.
That's not how the game works. That's.
But
so
I think
the ult economy is really important.
Not
So-
panic, 'cause I
Pronto is
panicked.
just hanging in the back now because he was just hiding. So we should have waited him to get into position. We should have waited Luke to get in position. And we're taking a fight here again. Like no, don't take a fight.
So
here.
going back to what Pronto was saying about like the shot calling, in this case the biggest offender is poor pathing and pre-fight planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were grouping up and we were using ults when we shouldn't have and stuff like that. Because when you go into a fight, you should
sometimes-
know what ult.
We
you want
still
to
win
use.
this fight because Pronto gets a really good pick. Wow, that's a really good nades. Does that fuck us up? No. Oh, how did you die there? How did you die?
How did you die here?
Kittens died.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
No, I did.
Yeah. How did you die?
The
Stream is a bit delayed.
the end of the ult. What happened?
Yeah, I want to watch that again. So like
I was
this is
purple.
a fight we shouldn't be taking, but we still win because Pronto creates a lot of space in the back. And like look at that, 5 people on him. He just fucks around, ults in. Like you shouldn't really needed to bubble me in that because I was getting the ult on me, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing Zarya, just when there's an Ana, 90% of the time, just hold it like for the nade. Because I'm gonna be swinging around, so that nade's gonna hit me.
Because here we get
Fuck,
purple.
I forgot to look
yeah.
at it again. How did you die?
No, I haven't died yet.
Yes, you
So
did.
this
Wait.
is about no. I die right here. It's because the end of the ult. Oh wait, you're 2 seconds ahead of me.
Yes, that's why. Just I want to see you run around and die.
Fuck off.
I'm gonna show that to everyone. I'm gonna zoom in.
Yeah, got purpled. Bubbles
just
should have
got-
probably gone on to the Lucio.
That position though that you're in, Kittens, like it's so tempting as Lucio to try to get the big boop into that tiny hole. It's so difficult, but you always want to be there.
You get it, and it's
Yeah.
legit.
Oh, this is so unlucky, but yeah. You should have LOS to like.
See, I
maybe
was
on the left.
backing out, and then I was trying to get around that corner to hide from it, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah. You pushed.
Draco's using a lot of his healing juice on people who are purple here.
Yeah,
which
I was gonna
is-
say, and also when you're purple, like just switch to speed,
Yeah, that's a good point.
unless
Unless
like
you're near
the only-
someone else who isn't.
Yeah,
purple.
exactly.
Look
But
at
Like
Oh.
we have a Zarya, so Zarya bubble cleans the purple.
Yeah,
So
we didn't have the bubble up.
Okay, Luke gets picked here, so that's unlucky.
another thing here is this third point. Zarya actually isn't that strong because of that high ground area, and they're running a diva.
No, so Pronto gets picked. So this is big time dip now. We're missing 2 DPS. They're gonna do so much damage.
how does Pronto get picked here? What happens?
He's on the flank. He's
Oh,
he's-
okay, yeah.
He's picking people. So like he picked the Ana. So that was really nice, but then we lost Luke, so it's 5v5. Which means we can still kind of fight it because they don't have their Ana, their main healing.
hmm
But then the Pronto dies to Shogun with the good helix. Then this is dip. This is big time dip now. I don't know why we
Do you
push
know what
this.
I'm excited for? Baptiste.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't be up there in front of your shield.
No.
Yeah, this is a big dip time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm excited for
He
Lucio
staggered
being.
it.
Yeah, so why? Like, I shouldn't be ulting here. Doesn't matter if it's a good ult or not. If I ulted that 10 seconds later, then that would have been a team
But
kill.
then it was like brutal because yeah, D-Time just had like that little bit of health and like was just
No,
getting.
I should have recognized that our DPS is missing.
We all should have recognized it and
yeah,
called it out though.
When like on Rhine, well, this is more for like tank players, but like your shatter you can clean up your shatter. That definitely happens. But then you would need like a nano on you. You would need at least like a good damage off tank on you with you, because like without the DPS, who's gonna clean that shatter? It's not like grab that it will hold them for like a long time. They're gonna come back up. So shatters, like, you gotta communicate really good. And after this is just pooping around.
I'm pretty sure I get someone though. Maybe I thought I did.
I should have switched the ball. I don't know why I stayed on Ryan. I mean, we should probably get him. Oh, there's no Mei. Fuck. Oh, that boop though. We lost him.
Yeah, I was just being a thirsty Lucio wanting to get.
And D-time, like for yourself too, you would want to hold your bubbles for the nades.
Well, there was Diva Bomb. I bubbled the bomb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I tried to ult to keep you up D-Time.
Yeah,
And
this is a Hail
yeah,
Mary at this
the
point. Like, you
ult
just
gets us.
Yeah, I'm like, if I could at least separate them so they can't move, maybe we
Yeah,
can
at this point
get
it's
some
just
space.
this is not a bad hold, honestly. Minute and 35. That's
I think
actually
it was the second point that forked us up and we didn't really recover.
We never recovered after that first point.
to 3.
Never
Like,
successfully.
it
We
was
were always like one down.
it's low key a really good hold. Like
Switching
if it's like under 1 minute, mostly you win, and minute and 35 means it's like 70% on you to win at this point. It's like you can do it.
Initiating match.
Oh, sick. The tax deadline got extended to June 1st.
Nice.
Why is that? Just because of everything going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of COVID. Because I just had to call like over 100 people to tell them that we had to cancel the tax clinic, and then they're all freaking out because their taxes are due April 30th, and a lot of them either owe money or they have very low income, so they're dependent on that. And then I was like, and I have no answers for you. So, yay. So now we can do a tax clinic in May.
Nice.
As a poor person, hearing that is just nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you, an accountant? Because I need one for my taxes.
I just matched with an accountant on Tinder. I get her to do my taxes.
The worst part?
I feel like she would unmatch me if I asked, though.
I think so.
My mom and my dad were both accountants back in Turkey. They just don't, cause like any other country beside this dumbass North America, you don't do your taxes like that, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just in Canada and US, the taxes don't normally work like that, but
How did they work elsewhere?
cause like like you need like an accountant right now, right, to do your taxes.
Well,
No-
you can do them with
or
like tax
or
software.
yourself or like in a program, right?
Yeah.
Unlike in Europe, you just it's done. So government knows how much you owe, so they just do it. Here, government knows how much you owe, but they don't do it.
But
They
you
don't tell
also
you.
have to tell them.
It's just
Yeah.
because it's just the lobby, you know, the tax lobby.
It literally feels like you're in elementary school and you're playing a game with a teacher. Like, what number am I thinking of? And you're like,
That
10. It's like,
is-
wrong. It's 15. And you're like, you owe me $5 now. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
That is
Why?
a brave teleport.
So like
Mhm.
I mean, like, so for some people, they have stuff that's like the government doesn't know about, like some of your investments and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
like,
Oh, yeah, that's
not everyone
true.
does that. So that's
it's the tax lobby. It's mostly them paying government not to change it. Then we pay money to accountants and all that other bullshit. But let's focus on our gameplay now.
Clear comms.
Pronto again. I know he was just expecting Shogun on Widowmaker, and I don't know. I remember Shogun saying me he knew it and he didn't do it on purpose, but I don't remember if he was like out of respect or something else. Like, anyway, so they obviously didn't have a Widowmaker. And I know Pronto wanted to stay on it a bit more, but us pushing up this much means he's not gonna get any picks there. And we're missing 2 players now. Like, look at this view. Who's he seeing? Nothing.
A Zarya bubble.
Yeah.
Well, either way, like I think that if they see him on Widow, they're not going to push up past that corner. So,
Yeah.
like, honestly, I don't think
should've-
pushing forward isn't necessarily the worst call. You just have to like let Pronto know what you're doing, so he can maybe push up instead to the balcony above the bus there or something. I don't know.
And I think the call was that
He's gonna switch.
Draco was going to play Mercy until to get a couple picks damage boosting Pronto, but it was hard to keep tanks up right now because I didn't have like an Ana as a Lucio. So I think you got destroyed a couple times. Do you see?
We're pushing a 4v6 and this well Luke is dealing with the other this guy Reaper. So this is like a 4v5, but like why would you take a 4v5? Like that's a losing number. So we should have waited Pronto to take his pick, and if not, go back, let him switch, fight again. This is what happens when you take a for the fight. And we're missing our healer right now, right? Because Draco
Yeah, 'cause-
switched.
Yeah. So this is when we should have. We were dipping,
Yeah.
which is good, but unlucky. Get caught on the corner. And then...
Yeah, so basically now Pronto is where like he needs to be, but it just was out of sync then with us and when everybody else pushed up and when he pushed up.
No, we shouldn't pushed up that much when we're waiting for a pick, right? We are waiting for a pick. We're not going in. We see a pick, then we go in.
If we're waiting for a pick, that's fine, but I feel like we just don't necessarily need to commit a second healer as like 2 off healers. Like
No.
I think that I should have either been Ana with you guys and then the Mercy should have swapped to Lucio, or we let Pronto do his fucking top 500 thing without a support pocket.
Okay, now what happens here? Because we switched off with the changes made, so now it's pooping on them time, right?
Yeah, so we weren't touching your butt and we should have.
Let's see.
Yeah, Reaper
We
came
were
out and everyone
just-
looked at Reaper.
Yeah, we were just too far outside to actually support you at all.
It's too slow. Come on. When I speed it up, it's too fast. When I slow it down, it's just, come on, something happened.
What you need is like an editing dial for this.
Okay,
Right.
so we're going in. So Blossom is pushing up behind us. Probably.
And this is where we should have either all turned and focused Blossom, or fucking ignored him and...
Yeah, half of us see him and are like, oh, let's deal with this asshole.
Yeah,
especially
so now
our
you don't have
support's
any
missing me.
support.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
my-
you have no support. You're outside of anything that I can help you with, and you're outside of Moira's range as well. And so we should have said we're not on you or something along those lines. That like
Yeah, we should have just put Reaper in the back line and everyone should have just halted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, the Lucio really should have been like in between these two groups because then you're healing both. Actually, right now you're speeding, not healing, but.
This was actually a really good
'cause
bubble
it
on
set us
me.
in.
That was a godly bubble on me. It probably saved for like me for 10 seconds.
I'm impressed I managed to get it between 2 other people. Because
Yeah,
like,
nice.
usually like Pronto
Yeah.
would have gotten it or Cool Hand.
So, like,
The way that freaking bubble
Pronto's-
works.
Pronto tries to flashbang over him to make him drop the shield.
Which I think he lands. Oh no, he's bubbled.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I get slept and they're going nuts on me. And at this point, we're all still looking for the Reaper. Which probably should be.
Yeah, this was just poor communication, where, at this point we
This is dip now.
were
This is
split
dip.
focused.
This is dip.
Yeah.
But we're not dipping.
I think as soon as you
I think
die,
we
everyone
rotate
starts
around.
coming back, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least everyone survived out of that dip.
No, I think someone gets picked last minute.
Pronto probably. Yeah.
No? No? It
No?
looks good.
Okay.
Looks good. Okay, we dipped successfully. No? Did I talk too early? No, I didn't. Did I? No, okay.
Did you?
I don't remember the
You
game.
can't decide.
I don't remember the game. Okay,
How much did you smoke before the game?
not that much. Okay. So, we didn't speed up through the choke, which we should have, but they also just respected us and felt
Oh,
back.
I'm sorry. Should we have sped up when you're half health, motherfucker? Or should we held our fucking tanks and healed them? Fuck
No,
you.
no, like
Play.
from here, from here to here, we should. But like they
You're still half health.
Don't worry.
Yeah, like you just got your armor back. Which you probably would have lost more health if there wasn't a... Like, yeah.
Hit play.
Nice. This is actually really good ult from Jacob to save us.
Yeah, 'cause we're all in
But then they use everything.
yeah, and I had nothing for ya.
Maybe we should have actually saved the Moira ultimate too.
That's one of those
Yeah.
things that like I don't think we knew that.
That
Yeah.
Anno, he was gonna get boosted at
Yeah,
that moment.
they were
Yeah,
gonna-
it's
And-
one of those
It's not even the
things.
boost, it's
I
the
think-
high noon. Like,
Yeah.
Would've, I think that ult was trying to save us, and it
From
could
the
have
grab.
saved us if
It was for
wasn't
the
high
grab,
noon.
so it makes sense. But then they all used the other ultimates, so they're like, oh no, man. But yeah. He actually reaction to that grab really fast, which is really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it. Okay, you push again. You build ults. Come on. I'm probably like, I'm gonna shatter. I'm gonna shatter. Let's go. Okay. Pushing up. Nice. Oh, I remember here. Pronto wanted me to shield him. Okay, Dr. Sense will over pushed. Kittens, you're always in the front, Kittens. Why are you doing that?
I'm behind you! Your shield was in a bad spot!
Bro, you're pushing too much.
And
This is bad chatter. We should have dipped. We should have dipped. We're still fighting. Guys, dip. Yeah.
Ooh.
We didn't respect their ultimates. Yeah, we gotta... Okay, so most of our shit is ult management and dip management. We gotta get better at those two.
Respect the dip, Karen.
Respect the dip. Don't we capture first point?
I think we did, like, right at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Like, I think we were, like, almost went into overtime. I think it was, like, 10 seconds left.
yeah, and in that fight, like again, I wasn't there. Did we know if Dr. Sensible had shatter there?
No, I don't think so. I didn't call it out.
Okay.
I didn't respect
Yeah.
this. I didn't respect this shatter like once in that game. 'Cause I thought I was the better Ryan and I would just
That's how you have to play Ryan, though. You have to just go into it being like, I'm the better Ryan.
Yeah, I'm always in that state of mind. That's
So
that.
y'all
Also,
are
we should be always
purple.
in that state of mind. We're the better team. We're gonna
Oh, that
fuck
was
shit up.
stupid. I tried to 1v1 a McCree.
No, we won the fight anyways.
Yeah, Bronco got the kill.
Objective lost.
You don't need more than 3 people on the point of this, and someone moved ahead, didn't they?
Oh, good.
Oh, did someone die? Okay.
Oh yeah, Pronto asked for a shield here. I remember now.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot that can be said for just like keeping
sure I
McCree
bubbled him.
right beside
Yeah.
the Reaper, the Reinhardt. I mean, because like once the two Reinhardts start swinging at each other, then you can just stun the other Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's me and D-Tam. We need to work on bubble management. Our communication on the bubbles. If I'm just MS1ing, I need to ask for the bubble, or you need to tell me that you don't have one.
Yeah.
Well, how do you want to play that? Do you want to ask for bubbles, or do you want D-Time to tell you that he has bubbles for you?
Because like my default is I see your armor almost gone, you get a bubble.
I should be asking, then you should be telling me the cooldown. That's how it should work. Because I'm gonna go in. I'm telling you. I'm
Are
gonna
you
go in.
guys?
So-
Are you guys the tank duo?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So just quick play a bunch together.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
I mean, we
That-
did a lot of like off-roll stuff these
Yeah.
games. Like, how did that go?
I think Ark felt more comfortable supporting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And I know Jaco had a hard time DPSing, especially like, Shogun is fucking god, and like it's really hard to play against him.
And yeah, and we didn't prepare for these role switches.
And
Yeah.
the unlucky thing was Jaco's two main DPSs were banned, Hanzo and
Yeah.
Mei. Like he's an almost Hanzo one trick when it comes to DPS, and it was just banned.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep doing off-roll stuff though? Like as a
I'm gonna
I
yeah.
think
So like I'm
we
trying
wanna
to
try
have a
this
healthy balance between flexing people around, but also making sure everyone plays equals playtime.
Mhm.
Because flexing
Yeah,
makes it.
but we
hard.
want to actually prepare for these awful things, so we should be using these awfuls in scrims
This
as
was
well.
a weird spot that I was in because then Pronto was like, go up because I'm on cart. And so then I came back up with you guys because I was just like, oh, in between. I'm not actually helping anyone.
Oh, look at that bubble though. Who's that bubble? You saved that shatter. That was you blocking it. That was you blocking it, not me. I just standing in front.
I'm just body blocking
Nice.
shit.
Yeah.
That was a nice beat.
I need to work on blocking the charges. I'm really bad at that and caused problems a couple times.
So yeah, we need to punish this Ryan. Completely
We're,
punish.
we're
and
missing Pronto, our
we
main
didn't.
DPS, right? So that makes it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he's on
Ryan
the
should have
cart.
been dead for sure.
But he's
Yeah,
still
there's like 3
out,
chances.
and
Pronto shouldn't be on
yeah.
the cart.
No, it should be Draco on the cart.
Yeah.
It
Pronto
sucks.
said to go on the cart.
Yeah.
Or
It
that
sucks.
he was going on cart.
It sucks the passive Reinhardt change. Like it's like oh well you just did it. It's good like for pushing him into the team. But
I
like
think I
it
probably
just
tried to
doesn't do
bubble.
nearly as much as it used to.
This was
Two
hot.
really good boops from you though, right there, Kiddens. Like both those boops were
I
beautiful.
actually want to talk about this because they actually lose the fight and then just win by pressing QQ. Let's watch it again. It's just a nano Death Blossom, right? We should have been dealing with it.
Well, we should have killed the Reinhardt.
Yeah, like no, we do that after everything. It's just Blossom and Anna. I should have not shattered there. So okay, see, we're 6 here. They're only 2. They have ults, but
Oh fuck! This health bar, Deep Sea, fucking stresses me out. I think I was literally trying to body block you.
like
You're not too wow. It should be D-time doing that.
you pushed up. You gotta work on your Lucio not pushing that much. At least you and me being on sync on how much you push up. So he gets the nano. We should. I know I was in the comms. We didn't know he had Death Blossom or they had nano. We didn't talk about it at all. And we didn't react to it. Pronto high noons and he doesn't kill him. So my shield obviously gets wrecked in pieces. Do you have bubble?
No, I think I just used it.
You don't have it on me.
I just used it on Draco, I think.
We could have booped him out. We could have just ulted him. Or we could have just respected it and went away a bit until the ult was over. And we do none. I just get wrecked in the ass. Does he get... What? Oh, he gets bubbled
Okay, yeah.
last
So
second.
Drake's shield.
He gets bubbled last second from...
Oh,
his
and that's why he survives
ultimate.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Holy shit.
god. Okay.
So he
It was
just
a
got
perfect
really
shitstorm.
lucky there. Yeah. The Zarya got back just at that time.
Oh man. That's just some unlucky poo poo. You go in bubble you go in with the bubble to body block it, but yeah, it's not in time.
Target practice.
Now it's dip. Yeah.
But I don't know if it should have been dip and that we could have...
It's just a 3v3 and one is nanoed at this point. So
Yeah, but it was winnable.
It's 4v3 now. Or no, 3v3. Yeah, you're right.
it's 4v3. There's also an Ana who actually did
The Ana
nano
died.
on the
Ana
Reaper.
died.
But
Ana died.
Oh, okay.
also you got even though like it's like
But we did.
SR like other players really don't matter, you gotta respect some DPS players when they're there. You gotta act like it's a 3v3, but it's a Shogun 3v3, right?
Yeah, but I think to that extent, it's like don't undersell maybe the lower ranked
Oh,
DPS
of course.
players.
No,
I think that's what you need to be like. Respect them regardless of rank.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But like, that's a 3v3, and like you might think like, oh, do we dip? Do we fight? Do we dip? Do we fight? That guy's not gonna miss shots. Well, like
Yeah.
obviously he will, but like that's Shogun. Or like let's say we're gonna play Game Hive next week, right? And let's say it's a 3v3, and that Underbite's there, full health, all his cooldowns up. You gotta respect the Underbite. He's gonna fuck you
Yeah.
up.
Just respect anyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, no, there's certain DPS players in the league that it's like, oh, you just don't fuck with them when they're all set. Like
yeah,
Mhm.
like Doug was that last year, man.
Oh
Just-
my god. Yeah, the
Wow.
first scrim I played in the beer league was against Doug. I tried to dive him as Lucio like twice. I very quickly learned my lesson.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you don't do
like,
that.
you always respect yourself and always respect anyone in the enemy team because, well, first of all, they're our friends and we love them. But like, some players you gotta take an extra step back when you're dealing with them. And I think that's okay, even though we shouldn't go in that mindset. But I don't know. I feel like we still should respect a bit, at least who you're going against, knowing who can fuck shit up.
So this week called that they were going that way.
Yeah, that was a good call, and we just fucked them up for that.
Yeah, because they were. I don't think they were
prep
prepared for
it.
their rotation.
Yeah.
And Poncho was prepared for them to go back.
This is a question mark charge.
How does
yeah.
get up there?
So I
Oh, he
missed.
took the stairs.
Like
I
I
was
only
like, there's
saw,
a bunch of squishies together. I'm gonna get something. And I'm like, why aren't they dying? Like,
So I only saw Volskaya. Like watching this back now, like it was really close for sure.
Oh, yo, the games were super close. Even like the one we won was close too. Like all the games actually this week was really close. I think the league is really balanced right now.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, I mean, like even if the score's 3-1, like looking at this, like the games were super close.
Oh,
it looks like.
Scooch's team got 3-0'd, but like that was the closest series in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like all like the control point maps, they were like 90 plus.
Oh my god.
Both teams were at 90 plus. Like the games were really close. Now we got to wait because
this we have the bad spawn. Yeah.
Yeah, me charging in that fight was just. I was just strolling around. I just wanted to charge kill someone. And also, on point at that, this is a for fun league, so we wanted to fuck around. Obviously, I'm not gonna like. If you die teabagging someone, I will respect that, but also
I will not.
Yeah. So also, you gotta know that your teammates might get angry for it. So you gotta, if you're fucking around, you gotta know the healthy balance between fucking around. So like if that didn't cause us a lot of problems, but like what if we lost that fight because I charged in? That wouldn't be just like I would fuck with 5 people's gameplay, and that wouldn't be nice. So I know you guys don't really like teabag or just fuck around that much, but like if you guys want to do it, do something troll or just to mess with someone, you gotta keep in mind that there's 5 more players in game and 5 more players out of the game that you gotta you have responsibility for. But I totally encourage teabagging. Like I'm pro teabagging as a captain. We should totally be teabagging people.
I can't. I'm playing Devo.
Just ult and then teabag.
yeah.
just shoot my ult and then I'm baby teabag and crouch. Okay, I got it.
That's a totally valid like way to teabag. In fact, I'm gonna say that's the only valid way now.
That's the ultimate VM.
Yeah. Alt to teabag someone.
I just wanted to poop so bad here.
I know this place. It's so tempting.
I don't know if Draco used that ult to save Cool and Luke, but actually worked. So like it's normally a question mark ult, but it worked. So I guess.
And then we have the Zarya behind. And then someone goes and kills Zarya.
Yeah, because I remember you just shouting Zarya in the back, Zarya in the back, Zarya in the back.
Oh my god, that Zarya is stuck in a bad spot now. Yeah.
And then Pronto's like, okay, no problem, I got Zarya.
Yeah.
I could go for some murder. Like,
I can murder.
And Gorham's like a much bigger threat than presented.
Oh.
It's like Gorham's actually melting down people, building charges really fast, is really good with bubbles.
Yeah. He just got like really stuck out of position.
I wanted to block that.
Did he get? Oh, I thought Pronto just got sent into the hole there. No.
Shogun's ultimate, but then I over pushed and left my team alone. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
Kiddens, you scared me. I thought you were gonna die there.
That's a nice beat. I like what you did there.
Yeah.
But this is a dip fight.
Just,
This was a dip fight. Like most of the fights, when your Ryan is down, when it's like a 6v6 and Ryan goes down, it's most of the time it's a dip. Because Ryan's such a big I don't know, impact in the game right now. With the shields being this fucked.
60 seconds remaining.
I think we got unlucky here.
I was in a really cocky mindset in this game, and that's you gotta have a healthy balance between thinking that you're gonna fuck shit up and not going cocky. And I don't know if you guys ever feel like that or have that problem, but I have it and I need to work on that. And if you guys have it, you guys should work on that too.
Yeah. It's map dependent for me, like as a Lucio player mostly, like certain maps it just draws out the bloodlust. Oh, that's good zoning, yeah. Nice.
I had such good shatters, but like I used them way too early without without resetting
And the
up.
brick blocked it. I think
Oh,
the brick blocked
no,
most
the
of it
ones in the
too.
back got shattered. Only break didn't get.
Oh,
So
okay.
this I had nothing for and was praying to God, and it didn't.
Yeah.
And we should have dipped. We were down
Yeah.
3,
So
and that's
we gotta really.
Yeah, that's an off the map right there. Like just jump in that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we. Well,
I think as long as like we're a little bit more vocal about, okay, we're down 3, dip. Like it needs to be everyone kind of saying, okay, we're down, dip, dip, dip.
So yeah. So like, from what mostly we get from this Wadri, it was just ult management, dip management, and switching around and like the shot calling that we need to work on.
I
And
also think it's just regrouping too. Like sometimes we're start walking
Yeah.
in early before everyone's ready.
Yeah.
And like, so this means like 90% of our problems being communication, which means that we just didn't play together, which, yeah, we didn't. So we need to play more, get comfortable with each other, and just respect the calls. And we need to prepare some combos. Like, we didn't use anything for the offense. We just push in and kill people. No, like you're trying to capture a point, right? Let's do a diva bomb, like EMP bomb. We can do shatter bomb, death blossom nano. Like, there's so many ults that we can communicate together and just press Q and win the point, right? So that's me. I need to prepare some shit and some heroes that we need to play to get those things done.
Yeah, I think Draco has said it a number of times too. Just like saying what alt you're going to use that fight before the fight is would something that would be really good for us. Because say with
Yeah.
like a diva bomb, you don't even need to combo it with the shatter, right? Even something like a flashbang or a boop
Or just
can set
break
it up.
shield.
Yeah, break shield exactly. So just something like that. But you know, if it's I'm diva bombing and the bomb goes out, we might not be able to react to that as quickly.
So we don't know the hero bans obviously until Thursday. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna plan anything because it will be really dumb. So what we can do is we just need to play as many games as possible.
Mhm.
And be comfortable with each other's calls and low-key play styles. Also, one more thing for our supports and like Mercy mains. We should definitely have a designated pharmacy duo. And
I thought you were gonna shit on me for being a Mercy main.
Oh, you're. I'm not gonna say anything. Whatever. I love you.
No, we only shit on Hanzo mains in here.
I love you.
Okay.
But yeah, we should have a designated like Pharaoh duo, and then they should really be practicing together. Cause like I think you were really out of sync.
Can
with
it be
Jake.
the lesbians on the team?
No,
Can
I
it
love
just be the lesbians?
If you
I
guys
love
are
you, I
down,
love
I'm more than down. Cause I saw that you and Draco were just not on sync, right? And that's
Yeah.
obvious. Like how could you be? That was your first time, pocketing, like doing a pharmacy with Draco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Listen, I can play Pharah, but only if I'm required to duel other Pharahs. I don't know how. I'm amazing at Pharah v Pharah duels. Can't play Pharah any other way.
And
Can't hit anything on the ground.
I'm pretty good at like supporting Farah like during the barrages and stuff, as well as helping
Like a
out with the
DM?
Farah duel because Diva is also really powerful against Farah.
And actually, I want you guys to tell me how much you guys want to flex around, cause like now I told you my problem with being like you guys gonna play 2 maps only or like 3 maps. So do you guys want to flex around with that, or do you guys want to sit still on your roles? Cause I can work with both. It's just I'm here to make you guys have more fun at Tobal. So I want you guys to tell me if you guys want to flex around or not.
I think it's whatever's easiest and gives fair gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to play some off tank this season, but if that's not possible, like I'm just happy playing with everybody.
No, like if you want to play off thing this season, I can squish you around, which makes you like maybe I can make you play off tank for 1 week, or I can make you play support and off tank every week, flexing around. But like how would you prefer? Let's say, would you like to play just one off tank a week, or do you wanna consistently play off tank and support flex around?
Yeah, that's a good, well, yeah. At that point, I wonder how that would affect practicing. Like, what would be best for the team? Because
Do we want us to all think about it and let
Yeah.
you know, Deep Sea?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice, cause then I can play around like that.
Like with me, like I don't play DPS except Junkrat. I got like a real mean Junkrat because I played a shit ton of Team Fortress, so that like demo man carried over. Like I can like lob shit in weird angles that it's like, oh, you're getting hits. It's like, yeah, everyone's dying, don't worry about it. Like I literally had to play the game yesterday that was just me clearing out the team, and like I'm like, I don't know how I did it, just it happened.
Yeah, so like just think about it and let me know. Like if you want to play, like let's say there's a good junk map, and then we're like, okay, this week D time's just fucking shit up with junk or not. Like just you can tell me like tomorrow and like sleep on it today, whatever. That way
Okay.
I'll know what I'm doing.
Dinner time?
Yes, sure.
Who wants to see a cute picture of Simon in lounge? Oh, I already posted it.
I think everyone. When you say Simon, it's like everyone.
That's a cute pup.
Oh my god.
He's such a sucky boy.
Adorable.
I'll probably won't be online for like until like midnight, because I need to help my dad with homework and like clean the house. But then I'll be online, and then I don't know how are you guys working, or like are you guys working or not? But I'm here like till this whole shit is done, and I'm just playing Overwatch for hours and hours.
Oh my god.
My
I'm
phone
working.
is actually working from home.
Yeah, same.
Fucking annoying.
Yeah, like I don't have that shit, so I'm waking up like 12, just playing until it's like 3 a.m.
Oh my
I have
god.
to call my CEO tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning to discuss like how we're gonna make this work with union business and all this nonsense. So fuck you.
Get fucked.